You know, it's still strange that in this day and age that we have so many ways of communication. We have social media. We should be able to reach so many people, and yet there still are a lot of bands, a lot of albums that kind of fly under the radar. These algorithms are strange things, and that is probably why a band like Whitecave is not as well known as they are, because this album was released in 2022. I had never even heard of this band.
Hey there kids, we are in Halo and you're watching LiveProg.
Hey, welcome to LiveProg, welcome to a new video on the channel. My name is Marcel Haster. I'm glad to be back. I've been not away, but not able to bring new videos for a while. I started this year out pretty bad with illness that lingered on. Well, I had a cough, so it was, very hard to speak, which was kind of annoying, but finally it is kind of gone. It's not entirely gone, but good enough that I can finally, put on the camera and share my love for this beautiful music again. This beautiful music is kind of what helped me get through that, period of illness and kept my spirits up. Beautiful music like this, Times of Trouble by the band Whitecave. It's a Dutch progressive rock band, and like I said, I was not aware that they were around. I cannot take credit though for discovering them, because Hans Holema, the keyboard player, bass player, guitar player and vocalist of Whitecave, he reached out to me like, hey man, here I am, I have a band. Are you aware of that? And I was like, no. And he had a good reason to reach out to me, because you might remember that last year I did a review of Philhelmon's Into the Mist of Time. And there I said the following. There's a list of people who played on this album, and of course there are a lot of names that are not very known. So now I know Hans Holema, who did the guitar parts on the Philhelmon album, he is in the band Whitecave, and he was kind enough to send me a copy of this album to listen to. So I gotta say, I'm really happy he did, because I really enjoyed the album. I'm really happy that I discovered a new band, a new album. And if you are like me and you like discovering new music, then I really hope that you will like this video. You will subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I will certainly help you discover more beautiful music. There's a lot of music out there that you might not be aware of. I'm gonna try and bring all that music right here on my channel for you, especially for you, so that you can also discover some great music and be happy about it. Because yeah, that brings me to a kind of a dilemma. Happy about music, because I really love this album. It's beautiful music. But then, when you look at the track listing, this album is dedicated to the victims of war or other violence. So it's not really a happy subject. When you look at the opening track of the album, When You Don't Have a Reason to Smile. I mean, I won't go into the whole thing about war, but unfortunately, well, whether we look back or we look at the present day, we see there are terrible wars with a lot of victims on it, which is, sometimes we can't imagine why there are these wars. What good will they ever bring? They won't bring any good. So that is the subject of this album. It deals about the victims of these wars and violent things. And that is all put together in really beautiful, kind of soft, melodic, progressive rock. I mean, musically, this album would fit very nicely in the list of like My Arrival, RPWL, Airbag, Riverside, even some Pink Floyd. It's really that beautiful music. At the same time, when you listen to several songs on the album, you do hear these sort of outbursts in it where you can kind of feel them expressing the pain of the people suffering from these wars. So that's something they put in there, but it is never really heavy or something. It always stays quite soft, quite melodic. That is something I absolutely love about the album, but then again, like I said, I mean, it is about a subject that is not really happy. So I'm always conflicted. How do I look at such an album? How do you look at such an album with the beautiful music on one side and the serious, heartbreaking theme on the other side? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious how you process that. I gotta be honest, there is one thing that absolutely stands out, and that is the guitar parts by Hans Holema. He's an amazing guitar player. No wonder Hank Bol invited him to play on the Philhelmon album, because when you listen to the album, you listen to the guitar parts, you listen to the solos, they are really fantastic. But of course, it is not a Hans Holema album. It is a Whitecave album, and when they recorded this album, it were three guys. Hans Holema, of course, Dick Witt on drums, and Korstein on keyboards and backing vocals. The songwriting is amazing. When you listen to it, they're really good. The musicians are top-notch. The vocals, that might not be the strongest point of this album. Hans Holema may not be the best singer, but at the same time, when I listen to the music, when I understand the emotion that comes out of the music, I find his voice really fitting to the music. It really fits the whole sentiment that you get out of it. So in that respect, he is a good singer. It fits the music, and that is very important. So you don't have to be the best technical singer, as long as you can, you know, you convey the emotions of the music in a good way. He definitely does that, so that is good. Times of Trouble has 10 songs on it, and out of these 10 songs there are 3 instrumentals. They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, like I said, musically, this is absolutely top-notch music. And there's one song that stands out a little bit. I mean, you have Fire in the Hole, and you have In Memory of Lost Souls, which is, again, that's the closing track of the album. And again, I think that's a very fitting title for the theme of this album. But in between, you have the song Refugees, which is dedicated to the war children of Syria. So again, it is a really touching song. And like I said, it is a really remarkable album because of the theme and the way that Whitecave brings that music. It's really beautiful. They've done it with a lot of care and respect. Yeah, but I still keep conflicted about, when I listen to the music, I'll be honest, I don't think a lot about the theme. I just enjoy the beautiful music. And really, it is beautiful music, and I'm really happy that I have discovered this band. I'm really hoping that there will be an opportunity to see this band live on stage, especially when they now have the 5-piece lineup. Really curious how that sounds. And I hope there will be more music from Whitecave in the future, because again, this is going to sound a little bit strange, but Times of Trouble tastes for more, musically speaking. So all I can say is, check out this band, you will definitely enjoy it. Make sure you order a copy of this album and start listening to it, because you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, I can guarantee you that. Beautiful music, so that's it. Thank you for watching. See you guys with the next video.